I think what you realize as a student is I can make change happen. I have good people around me. People are willing to fund a great idea as long as I do the right things. So that allows you as a student to say, look, I can change things going forward. So imagine 20 years down the line, we tell you that, look, we've trained 2 million students in India. What do you think all of you all will do in 20 years? You will become change agents.
Yeah.
That's what we really want to do.
It's like a compounding effect down the line.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
and even though I just found out you are for profit, I should have known that from before. Do you fear sometimes that you look at, at the end of the day, it's charity work? Do you fear that you look at it as too much from a numbers perspective? Because you're from a corporate background, marketing, sales, numbers, numbers, numbers.
No, actually, we don't. So if you ask me, the numbers we look at is possibly we are looking at numbers like how many people's lives are we touching. We look at those kind. Those are the good numbers,
Yes.
right? So we look at those. So for example, one of the campaigns you all did was about green soul, right?
Yeah.
That was about
Yeah.
touching the lives of children. So let us say, the kit costs, let's say, 950 rupees
Mm-hmm.
or 950 rupees. And let's say we raise 9 lakh. The way we look at it is, okay, we've impacted 1,000 kids. So actually, we've raised more than 9 crores. So when you do the math, you realize you've already impacted 1 lakh.
Wow.
So in our mind, it's like we've impacted 1 lakh children with this partner called Green Soul and helped them do that. And students have actually made that happen. So that's the 1 lakh number we are looking at saying, wow, we've done that. At the same time, you could do one heart surgery, which costs 10 lakhs, which is a complicated one. Yes, you've saved a life. So we also look at that number, saying, okay, you've saved lives, so the numbers will be small. But impacting lives, we've impacted 1 lakh people. So as a team, we realize that, hey, look, we are doing something very nice. We have impacted. So if you ask yourself a question, how many people have impacted 1 lakh people in their lifetime? Very few, right? That's how we look at numbers.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. And of course, startups come with problems, and I'm sure you've had a fair share through both your startups. Number one, what were they? Number two, how did you overcome them? And number three, what would be your advice to people who have their own startups and are struggling to survive? What should they do to, live with the hurdles and overcome them?
That's a good question. So I think the first thing is, problems are a part of everyday life, whether it's business, otherwise. So that's the first. Second thing is you have to embrace problems, whether you like it or not. You literally have to embrace them because they teach you a lot and you learn. And problems are of two kinds. One, problems you can fix. Second is problems that you can't fix. If you can't fix, don't even bother about it because you can't fix it. And if you can fix it, fix it. That's all you need to do. So, for example, let's say when we were building this business, we had demonetization. Okay, so that really impacted our business. Can I change demonetization? The answer is no. So you don't worry about the fact that this has come and hit you. It's like you're swimming in the sea, you at the beach, and this huge wave comes over there. You can't change
You
it.
can't
Saying,
stop
"Hello,
it.
why did this happen?" Right? So you figure out what to do.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, you have a few huge wave, even if it's a 30-footer, there's a very simple solution. You just dive
Go
into the water.
underwater.
I'm a good swimmer, so nothing happens. Anyway, coming back to where I was talking about is demonetization is staring at you. You say, great, new problem, never faced it before. Let's figure out what to do and figure out what to do. Communicate well with your team, find solutions, creative ones, smart ones, talk to others. What are you doing? Learn, be nimble, and then celebrate the fact that, okay, you fixed the problem. So a lot of times actually problems make you a much more cohesive team. They make you a stronger team. And that's the fun. I tell people a lot of times, imagine going to work or imagine a life without a single problem. You'll get bored within a week. Imagine a week where there is absolutely nothing goes wrong. And if it continues, after some time, you'll say, there's nothing to do in this business. Why am I even getting paid?
Fair enough.
Right. So that's how you look at problems.
Okay.
Right. So even if you're a family man, you'll say, okay, I thought everything was perfect. Now I have a problem with my child. I need to fix it. You can't say, oh, why did I have a child? It doesn't work like that, right? So that's how you look at problems. So a lot of times it's about how you look at it. And you have to have fun fixing problems. That's what makes it interesting. And that's what makes it interesting even for your team because they learn and that becomes a part of the culture of an organization.
That's a life-changing way to look at it. It's like there's no good without bad. There's no sunny without rainy. Take the problems with the solutions and make them, come together to
True.
drive progression and growth. You're the best public speaker I know.
Already.
Straight up. I mean, there's no easy way or no way to downplay it. You got me to do something that I would never do otherwise.